what kind of a luxury is it for any coach to have a lot of options to try?
I never had any. That's why I got fired. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's good on a couple of different fronts. One, you know, if someone's not playing well, you can go to another player and have a backup, and that's the luxury that we do have. If you're not bringing it every day and you're not bringing it every night during games, we're going to go to somebody else. Coach is going to do that, and these kids know that. And that's why our practices have been so good, because they've all been competitive. And you know, if you take a day off in practice, it really shows, and it shows that maybe someone else deserves that slot.
Is there a previous opponent, John, that reminds you of Mickey and Martin and the challenges they bring?
Probably a little bit like Kansas. They're bigs, although probably, you know, size-wise. But these two kids can both shoot the ball. They're very, very effective from 17 feet and in. Not prolific three-point shooters. Martin will shoot a couple a game, but from 17 and in, they're really, really good. They're really, really effective and shoot a high percentage at that range. So that's different. I mean, they can play high-low and play some post-up game, but yet they can catch, turn, and face out in the perimeter and be able to shoot the basketball.
Is there any added challenge to facing one of these road environments, considering you just did it 2 days ago?
No, I mean, I've been here 6 years, and every game that we've been on the road has been the same way, except last year when we went to LSU and it was the ice storm. They're always sold out, and I think this is the first sellout there since 2006. They're excited for it, and I think our kids, you know, like playing on the road some too. And you know, so far they've done a pretty good job on the road.
Is Carl hitting his stride right now, Carl?
He's playing with confidence. The thing that impresses us the most is that he's coming up with tough plays, tough rebounds, second chance points, being a little stronger in the post, not settling for fadeaways and weak shots. You know, last game against Florida was a bonus when he was hitting that 15, 17-footer, but when he shot those shots, he was aggressive. He jumped on them. They weren't tippy-toe shots, and he had it going and knocked down his free throws.
John, you guys can hurt the other team inside, with Devin especially, but Aaron from the perimeter also. How does a shot blocker like Mickey maybe impact? He can protect the basket, and the other guys can stay closer to the shooters?
Well, it's a little bit like us. We're just not blocking as many shots as we had been earlier in the year. We don't know why that is, but we need to get back to it. But one thing you can't do against a shot blocker is change your game. You have to be aggressive in taking it to the basket and you know, play through contact. But he has an extraordinary talent. You can tell that, and not only does he block shots, but he keeps them in play for the most part.
You mentioned that opponents are getting to the rim more and scoring, finishing more. And you have your shot blockers, of course, in the size. Well, you said you don't know why.
Florida was a little different. They really, really spread the court, and you know, you could tell watching the film afterwards that was their game plan. Our guards have to do a better job of not letting you get straight line drives to the goal, sort of playing them on their side a little bit, and you know, being spread out, it's tougher to shot block. You know, we'd rather, you know, drive the ball to the rim than shoot three-point shots. We'll get back after that, I'm sure.
What about a Hornsby? What sort of threat is he from the outside?
Well, I'm really impressed with him. I know he transferred from Asheville. When we played down there last year, he was out on the court. You guys probably saw it as well. He worked out for an hour and a half prior to the game. He brings them a toughness. He plays really, really hard, and that's an overused term, but it just seems, even watching the film, that he's given it 100% on both ends of the ball. He's their best perimeter shooter. I mean, anytime that you can add a double-digit score to a team with two big guys like you know, Mickey and Martin is very helpful.